Waverly Jung is a young girl who lived with her mother, Mrs. Jung, and her two older brothers, Vincent and Winston. Her family is of Chinese descent and they live happily in busy Chinatown, San Francisco. Waverly's mother is very strict and tries to raise her children as disciplined as possible. Waverly described her home in San Francisco Chinatown on a street called Waverly Place. She lived over a Chinese bakery and as a result her family's bread always smells good. Although Waverly and her two brothers like to play on the central playground at the end of their alley, they are most fascinated by the alley itself, which contains a number of traditional Chinese businesses like a medical herb shop, a fish market, and a Chinese cafe. Waverly's official name is Waverly Place Jung, named after her street, but her family calls her Mei Mei, meaning little sister, since she is the youngest and the only daughter. Jones attended the first annual Christmas party at the First Baptist Church, where the children each got a special present from Santa Claus. One of the church members dressed in a red suit with a fake cotton bud. Each child got to choose their present from the selection provided. Beverly chose a small shiny red package which turned out to be a pack of lifesavers, one of her favorite candies. She would spend lots of time arranging them and rearranging them again. Her brother Vincent chose a chess set donated by one of the older women at the church. She watched fascinated as her brothers played and moved their pieces swiftly across the board. She wanted to learn how to play. Her brothers and Mrs. Chung gave her the basic rules and that was all she needed. She spent every night configuring moves and different tactics on her hand-drawn chessboard that she hung next to her bed. When Waverly played her brothers now, she began winning. Her brothers got sick of challenging her because they would always lose. On a cold spring afternoon while walking home from school, Beverly detoured through the playground at the end of the alley. She saw a group of old men who seated across a folding table playing chess, others smoking pipes, eating peanuts and watching. She ran home and grabbed Vincent's chess set which was bound in a cardboard box with rubber bands. She came back to the park and approached a man who was observing the game. Congratulations, Waverly Job, her mother said to her. Her mother decided that she had no longer to do the dishes. Winston and Vincent had to do the Waverly's chores. Vincent complained why they have to do all the work, but Waverly get to play chess. It's new American rules, said Waverly's mother. Waverly's mother boasted her to the wood whenever she got a chance. This is my daughter Waverly Job. Waverly became growing tired of all the attention. She felt as though she was nothing but a trophy to her mother. Finally, Waverly spoke up to her mother and told her how she felt. Mrs. John was very offended. She got very upset with Waverly, and Waverly took off into the dark alleys running from her mother's wrath. Waverly stayed out for as long as she thought was necessary and then returned home. She was not welcome when she came home. Instead, she was shunned and sent to her room without dinner. She lay on her bed and imagined her chessboard. She faced a new opponent, the harsh black slit of her mother's eye. Her opponent moved closer and closer. Waverly felt herself being closed in a point. She closed her eyes and pondered her next move. Every time people come up from foreign country must know rules. You not know just say, too bad, go back. They not keep telling you why so you can use their way go forward.